Dana Scully is like responsible for this thing called the Scully effect, where a lot of little girls who watched the X-Files when they were kids, they grew up to become women who would be interested in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, like our sweet little redheaded genius here. And that is one Scully effect, but I'm here to talk about the Scully effect that's not often talked of, and that is how Scully inspired a absolute generation of little gay girls like me. Because here's a fun fact about Dana Scully. She's short as hell. She can fight like hell. She's psychic as hell. She's a medical doctor. And she is a bisexual icon from the 90s. And I don't even care that it's not canon, because the X-Files was made in a time when you couldn't say things about same-sex romances, even though, you know, Monica Reyes and Dana Scully, come on, there ain't no way, right? But we are here to talk about some other of Scully's, quote, gal pals, just gals being pals, just gals being pals on the X-Files. That's what I say. You know, that's what I gay, you know. Anyway, I just talk about Scully's most bisexual gal pal moments. Let's go, guys! Woo! Happy Pisces season. So, let's start with number 11, and that is Dana Scully in the episode Ghost in the Machine. And we don't see Dana Scully interacting with Agent Nancy Spiller, quote, the Iron Maiden. But just seeing Scully's reactions can tell you about the crush she had on Agent Nancy Spiller, the Iron Maiden of the FBI. When Jerry LaManna, like, tells Scully, he's like, oh, hey, and also Agent Spiller's in town. The smile on her face, like, she's never looked at Mulder that way. She's like, oh, Agent Spiller, you don't say. And, like, later on at the FBI meeting, like, Agent LaManna is just, like, doing his douchebag stuff. And Scully's all eyes for Agent Spiller. It's so cute. So, on to number 10. On number 10, we have Scully and Invisigoth. So, Invisigoth is this, like, computer hacker, and she's, like, trying to find the AI that murdered her husband, David. And Invisigoth and Scully are very similar. I think they're both Cancer Moon women. But they form this bond, and it's actually, like, sincerely very sweet. And you see a lot of just women, like, being there for other women in this episode. And in a show like The X-Files, which was made in the 90s, like, it's very refreshing to see. But there's this scene where the lone gunmen have kind of, like, snagged Invisigoth, and they're like, we've got her, Mulder! And Mulder and Scully, like, come to get Invisigoth. The lone gunmen's like, where the hell do they even live? I don't know. Like, where do the lone gunmen live? Like, what is this place? Is it like a damn shipping container? What are you guys doing? Like, what is this place? So, the Invisigoth is handcuffed, and they want her to do something on the computer, and she says, would you like me to do it with my tongue? And the reaction of Scully, like, it needs to be studied. Like, just how, like, so her right eyelid droops. That's a sure sign that she's very into this gal. And then she licks her lips, and I'm like, Scully, girl, you're on the clock. You're at work. And it's so funny. It's like Mulder's the one who has to dial that energy back and be like, hey, whoa, guys, let's take it back to the case. Like, Fox Mulder is the one talking Scully down from her interest in this gal. So that's really cute. So then let's move on to number 9. We have Scully and the cute werewolf chick. Okay, so in the episode Shapes, there's this guy, and his name is Goodsnake, and he dies. He's shot by these ranchers, and Mulder believes that he is a werewolf. This episode has a moment in it, and this episode has a moment in it when Gwen, who is Jake Goodsnake's sister, she is grieving for her brother, and it is implied that she is also a werewolf, which I think is really cool because it's passed along through siblings. And she has to give away all of her brother's possessions in the mourning process. And she gives Scully these bear claws, and it's such a cute moment. And Scully's like, I feel for you because you've lost a family member. Scully's like so loving and so supportive. And then Gwen just pushes the bear claws off on her, and it's the energy of when you're in elementary school and there's this kid and he says he doesn't like you, but he keeps showering you strangely with presents. That's the energy here. And Gwen's like, I hate FBI agents, and then she's like, oh damn it, this one's cute, what do I do? So it's a really sweet moment, and I think they have a crush on each other. So moving on to number 8, we have Dana Scully and Diana Fowley's totally not gay altercation in the halls of the FBI in the episode Amber Body. So I think that's how you say that episode's name. So in this episode, Mulder is, I don't know, he's got this weird alien telepathy. The storyline is shit. It makes no sense. But there's this scene where Scully confronts Mulder's ex-honey, Diana Fowley, in the halls of the FBI, and the two women just trash talk each other. That's what they do. And Scully's like, I'm under your shit, and Diana's like, what shit? And they're just going back and forth, having 8th grade shit. But it's just it's like every time the cameras cuts back to Gillian Anderson or Mimi Rogers, they look thirstier and thirstier for each other. I always expect Scully's licking her lips, and then Diana Fowley's chewing on her finger. Now I'm and then they're like, do you want to take this into an office so we can talk about it? And Diana Fowley's like, hell yes, ma'am. So it's just a moment that just shows off the bisexuality of these two women, and it's just two ladies taking each other in, and it's nice. Okay. Number 7 is Monica Reyes's seduction of Scully by slide, and it is so diabolical that Monica does this, because this is exactly how Mulder seduced Scully with his slides. And Monica is such a sneaky little Virgo. She doesn't even allude to it. She's like, oh, your partner likes slides too? Oh my god. No, she just comes in there with the fucking slides, and she's like, hey Dana, do you like my slides? I made them just for you. And Scully's like, be my wife, please. Your hand in marriage, Monica. It's just such a cute moment. Scully is like, fell in love with a girl. I fell in love once and I most completely. She's having a Jack White moment in that moment. Move on to number 6. Lauren Kite and whatever the hell she and Scully are up to in the episode Shadows. So there's this episode called Shadows. This girl, Lauren Kite, the show keeps trying to convince us that all this telekinetic shenanigans going on around this woman in Philadelphia is connected to her ghost surrogate father, Howard Graves, and it's pretty obvious that she is psychokinetic. So, first of all, Lauren is a fashion icon, a 90s fashion. Look at I'm going to put up some of her looks right here. Oh my god, look at this one and that one. It's just, I'm going to do a whole video about her looks. But Scully is also a fashion icon. And they both have daddy issues. They both have absentee father figures. They're like, oh my god, girl, me too. I also had an emotionally unavailable father figure. So, they bond that way. Lauren also has the cutest cat. And that's so cool. They could bond over their pets. Scully's like, this is Queequeg. And Lauren's like, and this is Callie, I guess. That's such a generic name for a calico cat, but probably. And then Mulder through the whole episode is just in the back getting, let's say, ducked, because that's a bad word. But he's he's getting ducked by these two beautiful women, and he's like, girls, what about me? And they're like, get out of here, spooky boy, go date a ghost. Top five, top five, top five. Number 5. Whatever this exchange is between Agent Monica Reyes and Dr. Dana Scully in the episode Diamonicus. I can't even talk about it without laughing. It's just, everything about this scene is so just gay. Like, it's just, they can't break eye contact. I'm like, blink, damn it. They can't break eye contact. And just how Monica is just earnestly asking Dana Scully, her co-worker, Dana, have you ever had feelings like this? I'm like, what? Meanwhile, every time Doggett comes in that episode, I always just want to put a little like footnote next to him that's like, our beloved third wheel, John Doggett. So Diamonicus is adorable, and the sapphic longing, just the looks. No one talks about the looks between Monica Reyes and Dana Scully, and yeah, the revival can go kick rocks for what it did to Monica Reyes, and for what it did to Dana Scully. Just take that out of here. So number 4 is when Scully meets the lesbian couple in the episode All Things, and Scully's pretty rude to one of them, and not for that reason. She's very tired and stressed, and she was just, I don't really blame her in this moment for being kind of crabby and not wanting to socialize. Anyway, they kind of have this really nice talk, and they learn to respect each other, and it's very nice. But then the woman gets up, and she's like, oh, and by the way, I'm gay. And then her gorgeous girlfriend just walks in, and they start making out in front of Scully, and Scully's like, I miss that. I have a toxic G-man now. Like, you see her face change. Was that the moment she knew her and Monica would get together? I think so. So, number 3, I put BJ, the detective in the episode Aubrey. And this is actually a very sincere and genuine moment when VJ finds herself pregnant by her boss, and that's a fucked up relationship, excuse my French. But VJ's feeling morning sickness, and she goes to the bathroom, and Scully just scurries after her. Like, I love how Scully immediately knows it. That's the woman's pregnant. Like, that's that Cancer Moon. They know all your damn secrets. You ain't keeping a damn thing from Cancer Moon. So she scurries after her. I love how impressed Mulder is. He's like, oh my god, my telepathic girlfriend. She's like, no, it's just so damn obvious, Mulder. You just can't get your head out of your bum. And so she follows VJ to the bathroom, and they just have this very sweet talk, and Scully's like, are you gonna have a baby? Because you know how Dana Scully is. Like, Scully loves babies, and particularly she loves Mulder's babies. So there you have it. And Scully's so starry-eyed as this woman tells her, and she's like, oh my god, that's so awesome. You're gonna have a baby. And then she runs out right then to spill that hot tea for Mulder. And she's like, Mulder, guess what? And he's like, oh my god, Scully, that's amazing. We have number 2. Dr. Dana Scully and Dr. De Silva from the episode Ice. So when the fellas go to check each other for space worms that got stuck in the Alaskan ice for millions of years, and that were only dug up thanks to these dumbasses, the girls go off to have their own little fun. And let me tell you, oh my god, like, what's happening in this scene? It's like, this is a different kind of show. Not a sci-fi show, but more like a sci-hi show. So, Scully and Dr. De Silva get to know each other very well while they're checking each other for space worms, parasitic space worms. And then the way Dr. De Silva turns to Scully and Scully turns to her, and they exhale, and the lighting is red and steamy, and like both of the women just lock eyes. Like, Scully's like, this might be our last night on Earth, Dr. De Silva. Would you like to, come to my place in the barracks? And then it always cuts to Mulder in that scene, waiting patiently for Scully on his bunk, and she just never shows up. Anyway, it's a great scene. Some honorable mentions. Holly and Scully. I just love the way Scully calls Holly in the episode, I think it's Redux. Yeah. And she's like, all right, Holly, I want to spill all the damn tea on Skinner. And Holly's like, girlfriend, I got you. Let me look that up. And Holly's just typing away, just spilling all that hot tea. That's what you get when there's two Gemini women in one place. So that's a cute episode. Then in the episode Jersey Devil, I don't know if you ship Scully and her best friend Ellen. I kind of do. I mean, they went to college together and shared a dorm room, and when I think about Dana Scully and what that entails, I pretty much know what they were up to. But there's this cute scene where Scully is over at Ellen's son's house. She's his godmother. And one of little Trent's friends, his dad is single. And Ellen, like, Scully's, like, looking at this Chad, and then Ellen's behind him, and she just mouths to Scully, he's single. And it's such a funny best friend moment. It always makes me giggle. And finally, I have Detective Kelly, and I mean, Scully's her teacher, and I don't think Scully would, like, abuse her position as a professor. I mean, but she left a string of broken hearts at Quantico. I mean, how did these cadets learn anything at all? And, like, Detective Kelly obviously paid attention to how cute her instructor was, because this girl has a crush on Scully, and it's really cute. And Scully is kind of sweet to Kelly, and she's like, you're doing great. I'm so proud of you, my beautiful student. And Kelly's like, oh my god, Dr. Scully. Like, she's having such a little damn crush. And finally, we have Agent Layla. And Agent Layla is this really cutie pie lady agent. And she just comes on, like, she's like this really random character that just comes on in season 8. And there's this episode, I think it's called Alone, and she finally gets to meet her heroes, Mulder and Scully, and she's like, oh my god, guys, I have like a million questions for you. Would you like to be in a threesome? And they're like, what? And they're like, she's like, nothing at all. And I just love the way Doggett's back there, and he's like, okay, sweetie, come on, I think you've had enough fun. Doggett's the dad friend. He's like, okay, guys, come on, let's tone it down. We all have to wind down for bed. So, that's a cute one. All right, are we all ready for the number one? Dr. Agent Dana Scully, number one gal pal moment in the X-Files is, let's have a drum roll, please. Dana and Monica's weird ass bra talk at the end of Improbable. So, let's break down this scene. Scully can't sleep. She calls Monica. Oh, that's interesting. That's the same thing you did with Mulder, Scully. Then, while Scully is in her sheer silk pajamas, Monica picks up the other end of the line in her sheer lace black corset, and they have a little girl talk about numerology. It's giving slumber party vibes. And then Dana is like, oh, Monica, you're so funny. And then she just turns on that Aries and Venus, and she's like, so Monica, if you gave me a number, what would it be? And like, Monica's not intimidated. She's like, I got one right here for you, Dana. And she's like, you'd be a 9 because you've progressed through transformation. And like, of course, she's a Pisces woman. She's the last of the zodiac. She'll reincarnate. And of course, Monica, as a Pisces woman, understands that. And Scully, she can't even talk for a minute. She's like, she's like, you think I'm a 9? Oh my god. And then like, the next scene is Monica just driving over there, running all the red lights. She's like, is William asleep? And Scully's like, yeah, he's asleep, baby. He's asleep. That's it. That's the top Scully Gal Pal moments. If you have some charmingly bisexual moments that you remember Dana Scully for, and that thirsty little redhead she is, drop it in the comments, or, you know, please like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a lovely Pisces season. Happy birthday, Dana Scully. Thank you for teaching me everything I know. I